The K-pop industry in Eastern Asia is so big and successful in South Korea that foreign Asian countries they send their artists over and they do collaborations with the South Korean singers, form boy bands and girl groups, and they get famous off there, make tracks, debut songs, make their first album, and then become famous. And now, outsiders outside Asia, they hear about these Asian singers and they like their songs and they get obsessed about them. Listen to the music daily, and if they get the chance to go to a concert performance where these Asian artists are performing, it's all thanks to their fan base for that. Now, the original two that you may have heard of that have influenced what you currently hear, like BTS and BLACKPINK, Big Bang and 21 were the two that influenced these current K-pop artists and boy bands and girl groups that you hear today. And even Suga from BTS told Taeyang from Big Bang about it that BTS was actually influenced from Big Bang to form and become who they are today. Now the girl groups, you hear Blackpink, Black Swan, Mamamoo, and Black Swan. And then there's some other ones that are appearing these days, even collaboration with Geffen Records over in USA. These Asian artists are very popular that outsiders they want to collaborate with these Asian artists just for them to get recognized more. Because those artists they might be well known in the States or Canada, or they just are familiar with some of the Latinas and Latinos and Latinas, but they first hear these Asian artists and how they do things that they're very surprised about how did they do this? How did they become so successful? Because compared to the Latinos and Latinas, they just have their own little sectors, like Warner Music France or Warner Music Spain, or these companies that is based in USA, but they have these branches in Canada and some other countries, which the headquarters is mainly in USA. And they don't have their own little sector music label. And South Korean labels, there's multiple, and just in one country, and they don't have these outside this country music platforms. So suddenly you hear Steve Aoki DJ collaborating with BTS, bringing them over to USA and making couple songs with them. Thirdly, you have Charlie Puth, singer-songwriter, collaborate with BTS's Jungkook. You hear Jimin on Fast and Furious soundtrack, the recent ones, Fast 10, or Fast X, as you are supposed to say it, because that's the movie title. Lisa collaborated with DJ Snake and Cardi B on a song recently. And Skrillex did a collaboration with BIGBANG's G-Dragon and CL from 21 on a track way back in 2010 with also Hello DJ Diplo. And that song was basically bringing USA and South Korea, the OGs, together. Two YG K-rap singers and two American DJs. Though it was that really also brought a lot of attention of the K-pop singers. And you may have also heard some celebrities over in the States being fans of K-pop. Actress Emma Stone said she was a big fan of 21, their hit song "내가 제일 잘나가," which translates to English, "I am the very best." And because all the success and hard work that was given, you now hear some of their favorite K-pop artists on Billboard charts, and they get played a lot on Spotify playlists or whatever you play your music. But when there is success, there is some envy and jealousy, and when that is there comes some hate, and there was some hate thrown by some from one person in Germany. There was a radio talk show host comparing BTS to coronavirus because the BTS is very success. And when the coronavirus was spreading all across the globe, which is racist and xenophobic, a Dominican radio talk show, they called them Chinese Backstreet Boys, which also racist and xenophobic. And BTS stan, former talk show host James Corden, he said called BTS Army 15-year-old girls who obsess over boy bands. And BTS actually liked James Corden and called them Papa James, or some sort of context, if you recall. But yeah, that was a big throwing dirt in their face, and that was and yeah, BTS Army, they took that as an major insult, and James Corden, he apologized. But he's also known for another incident, but we already know that. We need to talk about it. So, even though Blackpink's Lisa, she had her collaborations, and remember Jennie Kim was she would use for like 20 seconds in The Idol, which was a very gory, sexual, dark drama show, which produced by The Weeknd, and it was not hyped enough, and people didn't like it, and they were called out for, oh, you just used Jennie Kim for because she's Korean, and to get recognized by the Asian community, which that was a failed attempt. Apparently, Blackpink also, due to their, although they have their all global success, they received some hate in this one country in Europe called England, by this news company, Daily Mail UK, which, well, Daily Mail UK does some somewhat of good research when it comes to the topics that they generally talk about. They are not good with foreign stuff. And they said this about Blackpink. You probably never heard of Korean K-pop sensation Blackpink before the king honored them, but here he revealed how starvation, diet, weigh-ins, and huge pressure to have plastic surgery have left the dark specter between the world's biggest girl band. Now, first of all, Daily Mail did not do their research, because that is incorrect. And South Korea, while they're also known for the K-pop industry, they also are great with plastic surgery, but also cosmetics. And some of the cosmetics you may have seen in the makeup sections of the department stores or wherever makeup is sold, there are famous brands that are Korean owned. Any celebrities in South Korea, they use makeup a lot. Not just women, but men too. And also the fact that you will see guys who you might see in music videos, or just actors in general, you see them very polished. You don't see them with a mustache or a beard. They look very clean, polished. And it's because they also do makeup and try to look their best. And while the Daily Mail claimed that the recent king, the current king of England, recognized Blackpink. Blackpink was already recognized, just like BTS in England, a long time ago. And while Daily Mail claimed that these girls have been bullied into abuse and such as plastic surgery and sign contracts that you have to do a thing like this. That is not true. And the kid was the last person to even know about Blackpink, though. This is when Daily Mail should really shut their trap. And also the fact that the Daily Mail does not realize that South Korea is one of the countries out there that have in Asia that eats very healthy. So these girls can eat whatever they menu item they want, and they can keep themselves healthy. And it's true. You might see like a menu item on that might also have like a vegetarian option, and you could still enjoy it. Not even the flavor might be different from the original. And one of the members of Blackpink is Rose is a foodie. She likes to eat any kind of food she wants. So there was a lot of slander. And because of what the Daily Mail UK said, people have said comments like, bringing a woman down, the misogyny, oh, you ain't going to gain anything by lying, oh, plastic surgery, and oh, you just you'd rather support BTS, but you just hate the Blackpink because they're women. And you want to just get views? Talk about an Asian group, Blackpink. And one of the people have mentioned one of the editors, Sarah Rainey. If you're a hater of Blackpink, just stay on your BTS fan base. Don't write articles that they were repugnant. Because if you were going to say I hate this group because they're of a certain reason, and they're only recognized because this person in my country recognized them. And the Daily Mail UK is very stubborn enough to not realize that the Asian music companies are very successful, even against their own. And their own girl group, Spice Girls, could not compare. Or BTS versus One Direction. They could, or One Direction's own Harry Styles could not get the same level of fame against the Asian community. These Asian groups that have been out since the old days to the current generation. They can idolize them as much as they want, but the world and their own countries, BBC News will actually do support these Asian artists. And if you do want to actually look into what did the girl groups have to go through, do your proper research. And the best thing they could have done, send some of their people to South Korea and do an interview with some of the people in South Korea who are in the music industry and actually learn something instead of just making assumptions. Oh, they look so pretty, so thin. Oh, they must be they must have done plastic surgery. And the only people who generally do plastic surgery, Chinese women who want no job or facelift, or they want something done with their bodies, or it's other Asian countries, transgender people. And speaking of transgender people, you want to meet a trans woman? Go to Thailand. You cannot know the difference between an actual woman and a trans woman until you ask them, and they'll chances are they will say the term "lady boy," which is a different way of saying I am a trans woman, and they don't shove an agenda on anyone. Because the best country does also make and plastic surgery, South Korea, but we don't do it obsessively compared to USA or any other country in the world that actually wants to have plastic surgery. And there are other countries, they have other matters to focus on other than plastic surgery, and oh, they probably look like this because they probably did this. And they should have also realized that Asian countries, they have not only have to learn about their own country, but also have to learn about other countries' history. European history, African history, Pacific Coast history, Australian history, Canadian history, American history, South American history. We have to learn about the outside our own country. But you won't do the same. It's just focus on who our country, and this is when someone from these Western countries or some European countries, they go to an Asian country and a foreign country, and they'll have what is called culture shock. So what they think is like this, and they actually go to this country where they think they live like this. Actually, it is not. Culture shock. And plus, we actually have better tasting food than you, and we actually have Flavor Town, unlike England, that is only known for fish and chips, which is just fish and potato fries. And their tea, which is bland compared to other kinds of tea internationally. Sorry to say, but your tea sucks. And that's why you have to add other stuff in it to actually make it taste good. So, if the Daily actually wants to say something about a certain country, they should really just go over to that country that you're talking about, learn something, and then go back to your country, and then publish your whatever you found. Because that way you're just misinforming your readers.